Well, hello there, assurance heroes. Welcome to the A-Plan podcast. A is for assurance, and this is your weekly audit and risk talk show. He's Emre, the tech guy.
He's Andy, the communication guy.
All right, guys. So what have we got for you this week? So this week's topic, stop being a grey auditor and build collaboration with your auditees by showing your colours. Whenever I talk to auditors, they're always saying to me, Andy, look, it's not a popularity contest. We're not the showmen or the entertainers, the raconteurs, the storytellers. We're there to do the analysis. That's our primary function.
No, you're not Led Zeppelin chucking fucking TVs out of hotel windows while the drummer is dead in the pool.
Well, historically, we recruit the auditors where we value their analytical skills than their communicational skills. Because we want, first of all, the auditors to be rational. We want them to be critical thinkers, and we want them also to be comfortable when it comes to numbers and the analyticals and so on.
Yeah,
which all makes sense.
It all makes sense. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's an analytical job. You need to do that side of things. But then, to me, there's something else. When I look at the sort of size, the sheer volume of auditors, right? So the IIA, the Institute of Internal Auditors, has globally 200,000 members.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's huge, man. What does it mean then, 200,000 members? It means 200,000 personalities, 200,000 hobbies, 200,000 interests. And I think really it wouldn't hurt for auditors to learn to show this side of their personality a little bit more, to make a connection with their client, to make a connection with their auditees.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, most of the auditors that I've met do not feel comfortable to build a strong relationship with the audit clients.
Yes.
And to me, there's a reason which lies in the core values of the auditors and what we often emphasize without necessarily explaining what we meant by those core values.
Yes,
just to remind those values, their independence, their integrity, the objectivity, the ethics and honesty.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
But the issue here, Andy, to me, is that some auditors that I met, they do not have a clear understanding of those core values, and they tend to build a wall around themselves, where with an escapist attitude, they limit their contacts as much as possible with their audit clients.
Yes, exactly.
To make sure that they become some sort of invisible, which on the other hand guarantee their independence.
Yes. I think that it's being taken right out of context. It's been taken to another extreme, right?
Exactly.
What we're talking about with this grey man, at the end of the day, you're not a robot. You're a person, and people want to make connections.
I've seen many cases in the day-to-day life of an auditor, which illustrates that fear of getting in touch with people. They can be as simple as, for instance, what if the audit client offers me a coffee? Would that jeopardize my independence, for instance?
Yeah.
Or what if he asked me my opinion for a business project? And what if I wouldn't be able to answer that correctly? Or what if my answer will be perceived as an interference to the execution, which may create some sort of conflict of interest? And from the audit client's standpoint, that explains as well the metaphor that we use for the auditors, that the auditors sit in their ivory tower.
Yes, right.
Because how can you make the audit mission in a real collaborative manner without first building that trust with the audit clients?
The first impression is your pre-mission comms. So you're sending out an email explaining what's going to happen, arranging the kickoff meeting, and there's always an attachment, meet the audit team. So there'll be a picture of the auditor and there'll be some sort of biography of the auditor. And every time we see these from organizations, we're seeing the same thing. The picture of the auditor's like this. It's some sort of, stone-faced guy, right? And you're thinking, good Lord, who's this? It's like watching the Monsters, the Monsters. Who's this? Herman Monster, right? And then you'll see the biography, and the biography is all business. It's just all business. And it's like where they went to school, where they graduated, what they studied, the career history from whatever top 4 through to their career in audit, risk expertise, and all this sort of thing. But everything is sort of instantly forgettable.
Yes.
What I always say with this, when you do your pre-meeting comms, put the picture, but for God's sake, in the picture, make sure you're smiling, put a smiling face. Like, I'm a normal human. I'm not a robot. I'm a person with emotion. Obviously, you're going to describe your education, your career history, but you need to put one thing, one point of interest about you. Like, what are you? Are you the skydiving auditor? Are you the wine connoisseur auditor? Are you the traveling auditor who's been to 54 countries? What is it about you, right, that would make other people take an interest?
There's a lady who should, all that glitters is gold, and she's buying staring to heaven.
You had this lovely story that you told me some time ago about the auditor who has a friend. Can you tell us a bit on this one?
This was bonkers, right? So I was doing a audit fieldwork conversation training years and years ago, right? And there was an older guy there, and we were working on these sort of pre-meeting comms introductions. So I said, look, guys, what is it about you? What's your hobby? What's your interest? What's interesting about you? Just go, nothing. He was from Birmingham in the UK. He said, nothing interesting about me, nothing at all. I was like, oh my God. See, I said, there must be something. And his name was Steve, right? I said, come on, Steve, there must be something. No, I'm an auditor. This is what I do. This is my job. Like, why should there be something interesting? And I said, but if there's something interesting, then it creates an interest around you. People want to talk to you. You want the client to talk to you, right? You want the auditee to talk to you. And he sat there and he goes, well, there is one thing. I went to grammar school in Stourbridge with Robert Plant. Say that again, Steve. I went to grammar school with Robert Plant. I said, Robert Plant, like Led Zeppelin's Robert Plant. I went to school. He's a bit older than me, Rob, but we went to school. He was, God, Jesus Christ, what was it? Oh, he's a character, Rob. He was great. You know Robert Plant? Yeah. I've not seen him for a few years, but I know Rob. Yeah. I said, Jesus Christ, write it down. Like lunchtime came. I'm sitting next to Steve. So what was Rob like? Tell us about Rob. Put that. If you got something like that, that's gold, man. Put that down and you're made. They're going to come to you. They're going to want to meet you.
This is the end, beautiful friend.
What do I want to see from the IIA? We got a change in leadership coming, but you got 200,000 members. 200,000 members with 200,000 personalities, with 200,000 points of interest. Let's showcase these members and show people how to showcase themselves. Encourage people to do this. Independence has to be there. It's a part of the job. But for God's sake, make sure that you're not some grey automaton, some AI, some robot, right? What time is it?
If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
It's A-Team time. If you have an assurance problem, if no one else can help you, then we can, because we're your assurance agony ants. Send your questions to the aplan@zohomail.eu and we'll be happy to give your opinion or discuss any topics that you find interesting. So that's it for this week, Assurance Heroes. This has been the A-Plan. A is for assurance. And remember, when your A-Plan's good, you don't need no B-Plan.